Okay, our next student is Journee Petersen. Journee lives in Calamus and attends Calamus-Wheatland High School. The title of her project is Warrior Wellness Center.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Journee Petersen. I'm a senior at Calamus-Wheatland High School. I'm excited to be here to tell you about my Warrior Wellness Corner project that I've implemented at my high school for students and family members that would like to utilize it. Growing up, I was never able to utilize and get the products that I needed until I was about 11 years old. I was raised in a low-income household, and getting what we needed was a struggle. Sometimes we did not have enough money to go buy food or go get the hygiene products we needed. I applied for this scholarship for the intentions of going to Eastern Iowa Community College to get my certification as a radiologic technician. Throughout this duration of the scholarship project, I have noticed hard work is a really good thing and will pay off throughout time. During the next 10 minutes, I'm going to discuss my inspiration for this project and how I went at creating this Warrior Wellness Corner. When I was 11 years old and in 5th grade, I moved from my biological family and was placed into a home with my cousins. I came from a family that prioritized their drugs and alcohol over their own kids. Instead of buying us children the food that we needed and the products that we needed to get through daily life, like toothpaste and toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, etc., they decided it was a better idea to go get the things that they needed, that they saw they needed. When I was 11 years old, I transferred to Calamus-Wheatland, and I went to North Scott before. While at Calamus-Wheatland, I realized that there are other students that also need this. Not all people have access, and that is why we have given all the toiletries that they needed, including toilet paper, dish soap, laundry soap, etc. The struggles in life have shown that I'm not the only one in need, and not everyone is going to speak up, and I'm here to help them use their voices. When I started doing this scholarship, it did not take me long to realize what it would be. My time of my life has inspired me to promote the Warrior Wellness Corner. During the idea, I had consulted Jacob Hunter, the North Scott FFA advisor, Mrs. Backus, the Calamus-Wheatland FCCLA and FCS advisor, and Mrs. Howard, my Calamus-Wheatland principal, for the thought to see if this project would be successful. While going to Cal-Wheat, there has been a demand for tampons and deodorant. We actually ran out of deodorant and had to ask for more donations. Students use this more than what we thought they would. Based on the inquiries right now, we have more than what we started out with, but it's better than that not having enough. I would be willing to go in and rearrange and clean it up if there was something that wasn't being utilized, or we have post-it notes for anybody that has suggestions. Anyone who has suggestions comes to us and we tell them, we'll get it for you, we'll ask, we'll get it, and you can just come to the office and grab it. I knew right away that when I did this scholarship, I'd have to put the SMART goal in place. The SMART goal was to collect donations, and it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. My goal was to collect donations in a variety of products for the Warrior Wellness Corner. My time frame was before September 24th, and we actually sent out our first thank you letters on the August 28th. The specific goal is included because I'm working along the way to accomplish it, and along the way we made a lot of different changes. The goal is measurable because I have smaller goals and benchmarks to meet before the deadline. It's also attainable because I have the support of the FCCLA chapter, Ms. Backus, and my parents. This is specifically geared towards students because through the application process of the scholarship, I had to gather data of the low-income families, proving that there was a strong need. My goal is time-based because, like I said, I wanted it to be completed and implemented and being used by September 1st. FCCLA and I have been problem-solving since May to create the corner. Next, I'm going to relay the plan I laid out to make these goals get accomplished. I had FCCLA, Mrs. Howard, myself, Miss Backus, Jacob Hunter, and Alex Goodale helped me come up with the idea. I consulted all these people to see if they believed that other students would utilize this corner. Not only did they say, yeah, it'd be a great idea, but they also said, how did you get through life without these products? When I did this, I had to set up appointments with several different people, and it was very time consuming, but very well worth my time. I had to gather data throughout our community, and I selected a specific, not even really a specific amount of people, but a wide variety of people to see if they would use it, and over half of them said yes. Creating the sign-up sheets and suggestion sheets was just something that came to mind when I realized, oh, well, students might not use this, but they might use this, so what if we just give them an idea? The corner was really hard to set up to begin with because it was in a weird place. Students were nervous about coming to get things, so we had to move it to a back hallway where nobody could see them, and they would feel comfortable getting what they needed. When I started this project, I figured, oh, it's not going to take very long. I was wrong. I've been working on and off on it since May, and it's just been constant. Little things that came up along the way, and like I said, we've had to move it, and we've also had to do more advertising. We've put posters throughout the community. We have shared it through our social media pages. We have posted it in our Warrior Beat, which is like the Calamus-Wheatland newsletter. And we have sent emails out to students that are in our announcements so they know where to find this thing. I decided that this was a great idea because 30 to 40% of families have qualified for this in just our district alone. And that is a lot considering there's only like 250 kids in just my high school. So I figured, hey, not a bad idea. Through this process, I have had many conversations with other faculty in hopes that they would also support this, and we have encountered students trying to find the location. So we actually had to hang posters because it's in a weird hallway that nobody goes to. We tried the Warrior Center on a request basis where we sent out a form, and we just kind of thought, well, that's way more time consuming and more students are going to forget their things or it's not going to be very successful when I turn it over to the FCCLA program in May. My teacher and principal was worried about the location of the corner to begin with for vandalism of students. So we had to move it in hopes that people would use it more, respect it more, and be able to find it easier. As of right now, the Warrior Wellness Corner is in the back hallway that many students do not use on a regular basis, and students can follow the signs and grab what they need. And as I said before, there's post-it notes for whenever they need it. Some actions I did was I, again, consulted Mrs. Howard, our principal, and our teacher and our FCCLA FCS advisor to see if this project was feasible. Once I got approved, I researched all the statistics to see who and what would use it, including the free and reduced lunches. I collected data from students, others, and teachers to see what they thought would be utilized more. Well, guess what? Deodorant and tampons were one of them. I began asking for donations to the community in hopes that the Warrior Wellness Corner could get its feet on the ground. We received several donations, and we actually have an overabundance put in a corner in the classroom. We sent out thank you notes on August 29th or 28th and assembled the corner in hopes that it would be taken care of. Throughout this time, our advertising needed to be boosted up, so we created those flyers and we posted them throughout the community in hopes that it would work out better. It did. Since the corner is in an uncomfortable location, again, we moved it, and now that my project is up and running, I've had time to reflect on the outcome. I noticed throughout the process that the location needed to be changed for the students and utilized more. I needed to advertise the corner more too. I needed to promote our students to be more comfortable using the resources. So instead of them going to the office to ask them, the office will just send them downstairs to the basement and tell them, please use the corner, that's what it's there for. I have decided that there was the request basis was not even too much. It was just a difficult way of taking care of things. I believe that the success of this project is really good, and we have had to discuss with multiple groups, a wide variety of people, to see if this would truly work and sustain. I have, that is the sign that we had to post throughout the town, and I had a meeting with the officers to discuss like when and what time like would be best to get this going. I just hit the wrong button. That is the Warrior Beat that we posted it in. That is just like a variety of things going on in the community. And in conclusion, this experience has taught me many life lessons, one of them being the importance of providing support within a discreet way to empower others. It has been very rewarding to work on this project with a group of people instead of just myself to get the products utilized in the manner they are supposed to be in. I am glad to see the community come together as a whole and help a student-based project succeed. That's it.
Anyway, excellent presentation.
Thank you.
So could you speak a little bit more about your future plans and how this is going to continue on with your
My future plans is obviously to graduate high school, and in the fall I plan on going to Eastern Iowa Community College and do my radiologic technician program, which is x-rays. This program I plan to turn over to the FCCLA, Family Consumer Science Product people, and they're going to continue it on and help students with it also.
Thank you.
Donations, you said you got donations. Can I hear more about who gave you the donations and how that worked?
We had donations from families and just people throughout the community, businesses. We've had teachers donate. Our janitor has donated. He actually thought it was crazy that his wife told him, go buy tampons for the corner. He said, I'm a man, I don't do that.
Is it on? Yeah. Nice job. The question is, what's your budget?
My budget for my project?
Yeah.
I actually I don't have money for the project. It is all donation based.
Okay.
We take donations from anybody and we'll utilize what we see as fit, and that is, our budget is just donations.
Ideally, what do you think you need a year if you had on an annual basis for money?
So we actually calculated it. We, on our corner right now, have $400 worth of products up there. And that's just some of it.
Thank you.
What's your usage so far? How many students have taken advantage of this, or is that difficult to figure out because you don't monitor it?
Yeah, it's kind of difficult because we have it in a discrete location, so we don't want them to feel uncomfortable. Like, we know it's being utilized, but we don't specifically know what students are utilizing it at what times.
Thank you.
Is that all?